Hi guys, Kerry here from Luxembourg. A lot of you on the Facebook groups mentioned a video when I showed you photographs of this girl here, but I've never done a video, so I was really nervous, and this is like the third attempt, but luckily my daughter walked in and she's holding the camera, and she'll keep me in line. So this is the lovely girl that I completed after following Nick the Booksmith's course on Teachable, and I'm just really happy with her and just pleased with the results, so I don't actually feel too bad about jumping in the deep end on videos without any practice whatsoever. I don't even know how to upload this thing later on, but anyway, it's worthwhile so you can see this lovely girl. So let's go, let's open her up. She's a big girl. She measures about nearly 9 by 6 3/4. She's got six signatures, way over 210 pages. So that's not counting tags and booklets and everything else. There's a lot of little charms in her, a lot of sewing, stamping, stenciling, and all of the pages are tea-dyed, coffee-dyed, or distressed. A lot of the images I'll show you come from Mrs. Cogg's crafts, and it's from the Magnificent Sea collection, the kit. So this little tag I wrote on our old manual typewriter, which is quite cool. So there's a lot of little charms, and all the charms are either, most of them are little fish or seashells. Some of them are completely different, like just keys. I even have one high heel on here somewhere. Anyway, the base of the book is marine, ocean, sea, anything to do with that. And how could I do a journal without mentioning Jacques Cousteau in it, about the sea, because he was one of the most famous marine researchers of his time. I grew up watching his documentaries. So he's featured quite a lot in the book too, and his the ship, the Calypso. I don't know if all of you know who that he is. So there's lots of flip throughs. This is one of the Mrs. Cogg images. I'm going to always have a bee in my journals no matter what, because I'm a beekeeper. So there's a lot of journaling space, some Tim Holtz. I won't show you everything because I think I'll probably be rambling on so much and I won't have a lot of time. Mr. Cousteau met with President Kennedy, and there's a quote from Mr. Kennedy. Another one of the cards from Mrs. Cogg's kit. More paper. There's not too much lined paper in the journal because I kind of like sketching myself and scribbling, and so lines are kind of a waste of space. Journaling card, tag, whatever you want. Stamping. The rest of the images are, most of them are from Pinterest, I think. And all of the signatures, I left the front cover of each signature just plain because I really love that color. This is Mrs. Cogg again, a tuck spot. This is also Mrs. Cogg. Little tuck spot here with journaling card. All the journaling cards are either backed or distressed. If the card's thick enough, I didn't bother backing them, I just distressed them. This is also Mrs. Cogg, a cute little booklet. I'm in love with this little booklet, it's so cute. I love the whale. And there's a lot of fabric in this one too, loads of sewing. I think it's the first time in my life I actually went through 2 rolls of thread. Here we go, another lovely card. Also Mrs. Cogg image, big fat whale. Couple of tuck spots here. This is just a quick little watercolor that I did. Also Pinterest, a little baggie here with some tags and everything in it. A little charm, dolphin and a heart. More stamping. More plain pages. This one actually flips out. A little bell here and a little checklist I turned into a booklet. And stenciling, and a couple of tuck spots, one there behind the vellum. Paper bag, put all my goodies in, and this is one of my favorite pages actually. It's got a lovely quote from Jacques Cousteau and the images from Mrs. Cogg's crafts. I love the images, they're just so understated but lovely. Stenciling, Another watercolor tuck spot from me, and a couple of journaling cards. Another watercolor I did. So there's quite a lot of scribbling space, journaling space. That's a tuck spot as well under there with another quote. A lot of quotes in here. Mrs. Cog with another quote. The other side of the paper bag, which you can open up. Stenciling and lovely whales, corals. It was so easy finding the colors to coordinate this book. I mean, I didn't even have to look for very long. Fold out page here. This is Jacques Cousteau's, his family life. He had he was quite a naughty boy, actually. He was married, and at the same time he had a secret family. And it all came out in the 70s, and it was quite the scandal back then. But because he was one of France's most popular and most famous men, everybody sort of forgave him quite quickly. So, little envelopes here. That's the name of the kit that I used from Mrs. Cog. The Magnificent Seas, more stenciling. Better hurry up because I have no idea how long I'm allowed to upload a video or how long it's allowed to be. This is the image that actually inspired me to do this whole, the color scheme and seashells, that just the colors on there are just amazing. This is a little, I got this from Carol. So, some more images from Pinterest or from Mrs. Cog. There, and there's Mr. Cousteau. I think this is hilarious. Look at those flippers and his little skinny legs. This is, he invented this, actually. He was a huge innovator in marine research, and he invented this little submarine. Little Heidi Scott there with a killer whale with a quote from Cousteau. Oh, here's the high heel. Has nothing to do with the, well, you can never have enough high heels anywhere. Here's a little pocket with an envelope. Stop laughing, you. my daughter's laughing at me. And here's a floating tuck spot. All the ephemera is vintage, original. This is the coast, Belgium coast. I love this. This is just also very understated. This is a true vintage airmail envelope. I didn't embellish it in any way because it is vintage and I didn't want to ruin it. You can always tell by the inside and this emblem just how old it is, because they modernized that obviously over the years. So another lovely page from Mrs. Cog's Crafts. There's a lovely fish, and this quote is from Mrs. Nick the Booksmith. Thank you for that, Nick. So this one is the same image, just reduced into a little booklet, and another image there. We better get on with it. Another tuck spot. Lovely crinkly pages. Another quote from Nick. And here's, this is kind of cool. This is an old library card, vintage library card. Another tuck spot with a tag in it. One of my favorite pages, The Magnificent Sea. 2 images. This is gessoed, stamped, stenciled, colored, and I love the layering. And the best thing, this little fish, here he is. And here's a tuck spot here behind the vellum. That turned out quite nice too. And this one, just a splash of red in it, in the whole thing. I thought that was nice. This tied in nicely together. Another tuck spot, and there's like a tag and whatnot in there. Here's another tuck spot with some vintage postcards. So, and this is, oh, that calms my nerves, that. There we go, that too. Another little envelope with some little glassine bag with some little cards in it. A layaway, yep, with some layering on it, a little anchor. So, coming to the end. Oh, thank gosh. I'm so nervous. Another tuck spot. Oh, there isn't actually in. So there was something in it, but I guess I moved it. And this is a little bag with Jacques Cousteau on it. You could order like all his swimming gear and everything. And there's a vintage postcard of the Normandie. There we go. The last page, finally. There we go. So, I hope I didn't blabber on too much. Thanks for watching, and I hope you like her. And I promise for my next video, which there will be because I've been bitten by this junk journaling disease, this illness. There will definitely be more videos, hopefully a little bit more professional. Thank you, Alexandra, for holding the camera.
Yes.
Bye, everybody.